Back here at Southside Park, set for the last half of the seventh. And now Taylor pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
The sheer magnitude of John Donaldson's stats is just nuts. 424 wins, more than anyone but Cy Young, more than 5,000 strikeouts, which only Nolan Ryan has done since, and he pitched in more than 750 cities across the United States and Canada.
And he's safe at first.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Tied him up really well with that pitch inside. Couldn't get it out of the infield, but somehow turns it into a knock. That's a thing of beauty, and some hits just don't make sense.
Donaldson kicks and deals. Line drive, caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
Donaldson threw 2 perfect games and 14 total no-hitters. Even threw 3 straight no-nos in 1915 as part of that run of 30 no-hit innings. And he struck out 30 batters in a single game twice.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And puts the squeeze on that. 2 away. Bates now at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
You know, after Donaldson was done playing, he became the first black man to work as a scout for a major league team. The Chicago White Sox hired him in 1949, and he worked for him for 6 years.
Bradley pulls it in on the run. Back here at the ballpark, leading off, Hughes. Donaldson back to work. There's a strike.
Donaldson had one player in particular that got away in his scouting career. You know, he recommended that the White Sox sign a young shortstop with the Monarchs who wound up signing across town with the Cubs and ended up having a Hall of Fame career himself. You know who it was? Ernie Banks.
Hot shot to third. Slings it across. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. He's someone you'll notice that attacks hitters with that high velocity slider. It is definitely not going to be mistaken for a slurve.
When the velocity is living in the upper 90s and maybe even touch triple digits, then you're throwing a slider in that same range. Very difficult because the hitter wants to hit the fastball first and foremost. And when you put that little wrinkle in it like he does, it's really devastating.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Burns brings it in for the 3rd out. Back now at Southside Park. Here's the center fielder, McDonald. Donaldson back to work. The 1-0 from Donaldson. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. 1 out. So a pinch hitter in the pitcher spot. Mason. 1 out. The base is empty for him. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Bounce to third. It's through for a hit. So the 1 out hit turns the lineup over. Digging in, Taylor. Ball 1, no strikes. Popped up. Little brings it in with a nice running grab. So they're down to their final out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Murray. Out towards left center. Sanders on his way in. Ball game. John Donaldson slams the door for KC.
James
Buck steps up in a scoring opportunity. Here comes a pitch. In the air, right side. Can't get there. Base hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two. Buck got hooked on baseball early growing up in Sarasota, Florida. His dad worked in a sawmill and played for the company team, and Buck was the bat boy. Fired to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
After Buck's uncle took him to some exhibition games between Rube Foster's Chicago American Giants and the Indianapolis ABCs, Buck kept up with the Negro Leagues by reading black newspapers like the Chicago Defender, the Pittsburgh Courier, and the Amsterdam News. Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep.
You're right. Make sure that
So up next, Jackie Robinson. You know, Singy, Jackie was a tremendous athlete, but he wasn't the only one in his family. The 0-1. Swings through that. In 1936 at the Berlin Olympic Games, Jesse Owens won the gold medal in the 200-meter dash in one of the most iconic moments in Olympic history. You know who finished second? Mac Robinson, Jackie's older brother.
Yeah, and he did that with a heart condition that he'd had since childhood. Also won a bunch of collegiate titles at the University of Oregon.
It gets down, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And there's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
she's so flirtatious.
So digging in, Jackie Robinson. And first offering is fouled off. You know, it's remarkable to think about how Jackie Robinson was taking stands against racism well before he ever entered professional baseball, especially during his time in the military. That's a hit.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
That one fouled off.
One time, Jackie refused to give up his seat on a military bus. You know, the Army had banned racial discrimination on their vehicles, but the driver ordered Jackie to move anyway. Jackie refused, and he was court-martialed for it, but he won the case and got an honorable discharge as a result.
The next pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Grounded to third, could be 2. Gordon tossed to second, throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Here's another story of Jackie in the Army. You know, some college football teams refused to play the Army's Fort Riley team if Jackie and other black players participated. So Jackie refused to play for the team unless he could play in all the games. He really was never afraid to stand up for equality.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.